It's time for the Community Art Showcase. This time around, your prompt was mythology. Though perhaps that prompt was a bit too broad for everybody, because this time around we only had 3 entries. Still, we're gonna show them off. But before we do that, this time around I am giving you the next prompt here at the start. So if you want to take part in the next Community Art Showcase, create some sort of art with the prompt of weaponry. Science fiction or fantasy, modern or medieval, it's up to you. Doesn't even have to be something a person can hold. You could mount it on a ship or a mech or something. But make me weapons. You have until the end of the 31st. Now then, your submissions. First off, from your local noob, we have 3 different versions of an artwork depicting the Kune Kune, if I am pronouncing that correctly. And no, I'm not talking about the pig breed from New Zealand. From what I can gather, the Kune Kune is a Japanese folklore urban legend type creature, a tall, wiggly figure that appears in empty fields, especially on hot summer days. If you go near it or even look at it too much, bad things happen. To me, it kind of sounds like someone saw a scarecrow on a really windy day and turned that into a "don't go running off into random fields because you never know what's out there. Be good now, child," type story. But that's just my read on it from skimming the Wikipedia page. I really like the oil painting look you've got going on with these. Out of the 3, the one I like the most is the one I have positioned in the center with the extra lighting effects going on. That version has the most impact to me and feels more dynamic than the other 2. All 3 versions have a really dreamlike quality to them that I kind of really like. I'm honestly kind of impressed about how different your artwork is each time we do one of these. Now then, up next from My Little Sister, a creature from Inuit mythology whose name I am probably going to butcher here. The Aklut, A-K-H-L-U-T. The Aklut is essentially a orca that can take on the form of a wolf to hunt on land, and, turn back from a wolf into an orca to hunt in the sea. When I was looking at it, there was also a vague mention of other cetaceans that take on animal form, such as a whale of unspecified type becoming a reindeer. But surprisingly to me, as someone who's done some research on Inuit mythology before, as far as I can tell, there's not a horrific backstory to this. It's just an orca that turns into a wolf. I mean, it is a people-eating monster of land and sea, but other than that, it's an orca that turns into a wolf. Far less horrific of a tale than how the sun and moon came to be, or where seals come from. You have a strong sense of rhythm and motion in this one with the swaying of the water and the sky, and I do like how you've done your sunset. I also like how you see both the surface and underside of the icebergs, and that it's relatively accurate to there being far more below the water than above. The perspective's not bad either. For the Aklut itself, I like how the tail almost looks like it's also the back leg of a dog or a wolf, and you even have like a little paw-like nub. That might not have been intentional, but it's how I'm choosing to read it. But I have no idea which of the front legs is the one that's on our side of the body as opposed to the back side of the body. As it stands, it almost looks like both legs are coming from one shoulder. I'd recommend either having a visible line of separation between the 2 legs, or having the back leg be a dark blue rather than black, and the white of its paw instead being a very light blue. That would give you whatever the underwater equivalent of atmospheric occlusion is, which would in turn make it more clear which leg is in the foreground. Still, it's pretty good. Now then, we've had 2 pretty niche pulls that I felt the need to explain a bit, but up next from my brother, we have something that I'm pretty sure all of you know what is. Yggdrasil. Between Norse myth being more popular in general and Marvel and God of War in more recent years, I'm pretty sure everyone knows what the world trees deal is. Which is why I feel like I must point out, counting the 2 gas worlds at the bottom, which I'm pretty sure are supposed to be Niflheim and Muspelheim, that's only 5 worlds. We've got Midgard, and up at the top we've got what I am presuming to be Vanelheim and Jotunheim, respectively, but Asgard's not at the highest point, and you don't have Alfheim, Svartalheim, or Helheim down in the roots either. Where is the hawk Vetifornir? Where is the dragon Nidhogger? And where between is the squirrel Ratatoskr, stirring trouble with its incessant chattering? Where are the 4 stags, Dalin, Dulin, Dunir, and Dratapor? My literal brother, you read the Poetic Edda! I'm only bringing this up because I know you know it! But for the realms you did include, you do have them all in the right spot, and I do appreciate how you have the swirling icy gas of Niflheim mixing with the fiery heat of Muspelheim within the Gninga Gap. Now then, once more, your next Community Art Showcase prompt is weaponry, and you have until the end of the 31st. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.